I don't ever show that much skin, and I think people were like, she has legs. I'm like, yes, people, I have legs. I remember the first time I met Rihanna, and I told her it's literally like, I pulled it out of my pocket, which is probably a really embarrassing story. But I was like, wait. This is really something. She was like, girl, I know. Hi guys, I'm Ella Mai, and I'm getting up close with Cosmo. Don't forget to subscribe. I just came off of tour. I was on the Heart on My Sleeve tour. We were in North America and Canada for 2 months. We did 41 shows in 38 different cities. Sometimes we had 6 shows a week, so it was definitely jam-packed. But touring is one of my favorite parts of my career, and honestly, to be able to be on stage with my band who are like my family, and travel to all these different places and meet my fans and have them tell me how much the music means to them is really just like a cherry on top. So it was extremely tiring, but it was extremely fulfilling, so I can't complain. The most challenging thing about being myself, probably not getting in my own way. I'm very opinionated. I'm very my way or the highway. I'm a Scorpio. Because I'll tell you when I'm right, but also I think at this point will tell you when I'm wrong too. So I think just trying to get out of my own way and understanding that there's a lot more people that are trying to help me than harm me. Oh, everyone always laughs at this answer because every time someone asks me what I miss the most about England, I say beans. Because American beans are not the same. So American people are always teasing me about eating beans on toast, and I'm like, it's okay, if you don't understand, then just say that, it's fine. Beans in America are like barbecue beans, they're very different, and they're like, how do you eat beans with toast for breakfast and blah, 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 and blah, 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 blah. But I've actually managed to find beans now, or my mum will ship them to me, so I think my answer has changed. And my mum will still ship this to me, but toffee crisp. Toffee crisp is, I think it's a unpopular chocolate that should be really popular. Because not a lot of people will tell you that toffee crisp is their favorite chocolate, but I do miss toffee crisp a lot. I never leave the house without my phone. I never leave the house without my lip gloss. I never leave the house without my purse, of course. I need to pay for things. Fenty lip gloss is the way to go. That's literally all I ever use on my lip. I remember the first time I met Rihanna, and I told her it's literally like, I pulled it out of my pocket, which is probably a really embarrassing story. But I was like, wait. This is really something. She was like, girl, I know. I'm like, no, seriously. And now that I think about that, she probably gets that all the time, and I probably shouldn't have done that. But I really just had to let her know that I really stand by Fenty lip gloss. Every single color, everything, amazing. Rihanna can do no wrong in my eyes. It was a very brief encounter, but she was super sweet to me again. I've been fortunate that everyone that I've met and been around has been really, really sweet to me and really loving and been really welcoming, and I really appreciate that. But yeah, she's amazing. I love her too. Quite a few dream collabs in my head, but I would say Lauryn Hill. She's my favorite artist. The Miseducation of Lauryn Hill is my favorite album of all time. And I just think I would love to be in the studio and just pick her brain. She's a very interesting person to me, so Lauryn Hill. Maybe I'm a boring person. Any of my best friends. I've lived in a few different places, so I have a few different best friends, but any of my best friends, if I'm like, yeah, let's go have a good time, they'll be like, cool, I'm down, because they don't really go out much either. So if we're all gonna turn up, we're gonna do it together. So yeah, one of my best friends. I don't like the club, so the club is not a dream night out for me. To be honest, day parties are a lot more fun to me. So especially if it's summertime, the weather's nice, go out in the day, have a great time, good music, good food, good drinks, and then you're in bed by 10 o'clock. That is like the perfect day for me because I'm an old lady. The best gig I've been to, ever in my whole entire life, Beyonce at Coachella. It was I just haven't ever seen anything like it, and I don't think I'll ever see anything like it ever again. She is superhuman. It was amazing. I was like, yeah. Then she brought out Destiny's Child, and it was just like, okay, yeah, cool. We can leave now. We don't have to come for the rest of the weekend. My favorite song to perform live, it changes, but I'll say from the Heart on My Sleeve tour that I just did, my favorite song to perform live was DFMU. That was how we closed the set, and it's definitely, I don't think it's a song that people would think I would close the set with, but it's one of my favorites from the album, and it was also the first single, so I think it still fits well in as an ender. There are a few of my songs that bring up like emotions that I don't want to be seen. That's why I don't put them in the set list. You just have to like swerve around it. So I haven't actually, but I have a ballad called Hide on my sophomore album, and it wasn't in my set list. Just because I don't want to cry on stage. Like, I know everyone else likes that, but it's not fun for me, so yeah. I absolutely believe in star signs. Yes, I do. So I don't necessarily read like my daily horoscope and believe like day by day that like everything that it says will come true. But I definitely do believe that, you know, I think people get confused that like star signs are just what your star sign is and that's it. There's like a whole bunch of different elements to it. Obviously your rising, your moon sign, where the planets, like exactly where the planets, what houses the planets were in when you were born. Like there's so much more than just being like, oh, I'm a Scorpio, oh, I'm a Pisces, oh, I'm a Cancer. Scorpio is a water sign, which means you're very emotional, which I am. We have a bad rep. I think Scorpios get a bad rep. Everyone thinks we're like super jealous and super vindictive and we're like super hard on the exterior, which we are. I would say we're hard on the exterior, but like the interior, we're very, very soft and sensitive. And I don't know, I just wouldn't want to be anything else. I love being a Scorpio. What does love mean to me? Love means a lot of different things to me. I feel like there are a plethora of different types of loves. I think that love is kind of the be-all and end-all of being a human being. As much as people don't want to kind of admit that, I think everything comes back to love. If you can venture out far left and you can venture out far right, or anywhere you want to go, up, down, round and round. But at the end of it, it's all going to come back to love, whether that's family, whether that's relationships, whether that's friendships, which are all ships at the end of the day. It's really important, I think, to lead by love, if that makes sense. So in my everyday life, just being around people that I love and people that genuinely love me, being able to do what I love, and I'm blessed to be so fortunate that I get to do what I love. But just trying to remember that love is the be-all and end-all. So whatever I do it with love. I'd describe my personal style as very comfy. I'm a little bit tomboyish, but I still think it's stylish. It's relaxed, but it still has a little character to it, I would say. And definitely simple. I'm not often in like loads of color or loads of different like shapes and stuff, but I do like that. But I think for the most part, I like to just keep it chill. My BET Awards look last year was very simple. It was like a black jumpsuit, sequin, black shoes. I had just cut my hair in a bob, and my hair was like a reddish Albany color. But I had my legs out, and I like don't ever show that much skin, and I think people were like, she has legs. I'm like, yes, people, I have legs. I would tell my younger self that timing is everything. I think just as human beings, we always want to rush things. We're always looking to the next thing. We're always looking to tomorrow instead of really being present in today and appreciating what is happening today. But also like being able to accept that if something didn't happen today, doesn't mean it won't happen tomorrow. But if it doesn't happen tomorrow, it doesn't mean it won't happen next week. And if it does happen next week, it was supposed to happen next week and not today. And I think that's a concept that I'm still learning and still trying to grasp. But yeah, timing is everything. I really want to skydive, but I'm the type of person that like will convince myself that I really want to skydive and get up there and be like, actually, I think I changed my mind, but then it's too late. We were supposed to do that as a team when we won our first Grammy. Everyone's still too scared to do it, so we haven't done that. The things I have ticked off that were on the list were being able to successfully tour the world, which I've done already and I want to do forevermore. But it's like, partially ticked off. I won a Grammy, which was something I wanted ever since I was a little girl. And as easy as it might sound to everyone else, like being able to release my own albums was always on my bucket list since I was a little girl. And I think it takes so much work, and it doesn't feel like work at the time, but being able to be vulnerable and like sit in the studio and really like pour out your feelings and share it with the world is like kind of a scary thing to do. And then you're kind of at everybody else's fingertips almost, like, anyone can really say whatever they want. And that's how art is. So there's no real right or wrong. But ever since I was a little girl, I always dreamed about like, what would an album by me sound like? So being able to put out my debut and then my sophomore and just really kind of know what my sound is for myself, not even for everyone else, was really a bucket list moment for me. I like cried a lot when I released my first album, but it was tears of joy. I'm excited for a lot of things right now, but one thing I'm really excited about is the new summer collection with Pandora. I am a Pandora ambassador. So just being able to channel my style through, as I said, I'm comfortable and simple, but being able to layer and being able to express myself through jewelry is one of my favorite things to do. So thank you for watching.